Yasu Malagedon. Oh. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Computer Love, part 28.
Men and women fear very different things when dating online. According to an online survey cited in the documentary When Strangers Click, what straight men fear most in online dating is that their date will wind up being fat. What straight women fear most is that their date will be a serial killer. But maybe what they should be fearing more is getting scammed. In the UK, for instance, there were over 200,000 reports of con artists using online romance scams to fraud their supposed lovers out of cash. And experts say these crimes might actually be underreported. I mean, honestly, if my supposed girlfriend in Kazakhstan convinced me to loan her 15,000 pounds and then disappeared, I don't think I'd report it either.
Tracy and Karen Vassar targeted women on internet dating sites and social media. The victims became romantically involved with men who they thought were soldiers and gave their male love interest large sums of money.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've actually been told by a lot of ladies this is actually true. For some reason, I don't know, when guys do the whole scam thing online, yeah, they become, I don't know, fucking G.I. Joes for some reason. It's a whole thing. I remember one woman told me something like, oh, I'm going to be shipped off tomorrow, and I don't think he asked for money. He just wanted to get laid. You know, he's like, oh, I could die overseas. You know, and let me let me get it in before I get it out. You know, but hey, I mean, hey, that's fucking sad. But the point is, yes, there is tons of scams out there. You always have to be careful what is going on, male, female. If you're both, and then if you're one and then you're the other, you want to go back to, peeing standing up, it's up to you. Whatever you are, just, be happy and just beware of scams, that's all. But of course, episode 28, holy fuck, I've gone, this is getting to be pathetic. But the point is, I of course, I still have, more stories for you guys and girls, and let's just keep this gravy train coming, huh? Why not? What the fuck else do we got to do? Go to the army. Obviously, the story I told before, it didn't work for her, but be honest. I mean, it is embarrassing, but let's be honest. Has that ever worked, ladies? Has that, I'm gonna, I'm leaving on a jet plane, and I have no idea when the fuck I'll be back again. Give me some head. I just want to know if that's actually ever worked. Not that I would try it. You look at my body; it's clear that I've never been in the army. But I'm just curious. Your thoughts. But anyways, let's carry on with the riveting story, shall we? So I was talking to this female online here, and seems to be going good, back and forth, how you doing, blah blah blah. And you ever talk to someone and it's just the same bullshit back and forth, and you don't know if it's gonna go somewhere, but in the end you're a guy, so you're just like, fuck it, who knows, and she's like, not too bad, stuck at work for another 4 hours. I'm like, okay. She gives a thumbs up, and she's like, well, it was nice talking to you. I'm like, you too, I know we didn't have to hang up the phone or nothing. We're still talking online here. And she asked me, what 3 emojis best describe you? I don't know. So I literally just picked the first 3 here. I don't know. There's some smiley one looking in one direction, one that's sleeping. I mean, and then I give a thumbs up. Sure, why not? And, she laughs, she finds that amusing, and then she sends me the more animated emojis there, so one's sleeping with her cat. Keep in mind, these emojis look nothing like her. And then there's one emoji that's really disturbing, actually. It's like it literally just shows a body face down on the floor. Like it almost looks like I don't know, the beginning of like Unsolved Mysteries or something. And then there's another one that's, she's just, looks like she's sitting on a table, and and then above it just says meh. And she's like, "That's my 3 emojis," and I'm like, "I see." And then that's it. I mean, and then she again later on, "Hey, how's your day going?" It's a constant, circle that goes fucking nowhere. So all I can say is this, just try to. I think maybe eventually I got her number. Who cares? The point is just. Please tend to go somewhere, ask some good questions. I mean, maybe it's partially my fault. I like to think it's not. But the point is, don't get stuck in these bullshit conversations, I mean, like even in the 90s, I never understood the point of a pen pal, just fucking, go somewhere or with these conversations, or, let's just call it a day, huh? That's it. So after that beautiful conversation, I spoke to another person. Who knows if this was the next person? I don't know. I can't keep track of this shit anymore. So we're just talking along here. Eventually we exchange numbers. Continue the texting dance. As we like to call it. What do you do for work? And I said security. She's like, nice, for a casino, hospital. Why a casino? Who knows? I've never done a casino. I wouldn't want to. It's a little too loud for me. Then again, I've done clubs that are, bullshit too. It all fucking sucks. Hospital, fuck no. Even during COVID, they asked me to do hospitals. Yeah. Now you guys ask me to do COVID when, everybody's fucking dying. Yeah, no thanks. So I was like, no, LOL. Okay, just trying to guess. I can see that. And I'm just trying to play along, recover here. I'm like, LOL, you're too cute, She's like, I work at a hospital, in my head. I'm like, oh shit. And then, she used to work at, doing this and that, and whatever, the conversation keeps going, and then I've been watching Netflix all day, this show called Ransom. And I'm like, Ransom? What the fuck? I never heard of this shit. And it's not even on the air anymore. And it didn't get the best rating. And I'm like, yeah, I'll play along. And then I ask her, like, why are you single? She's like, I think I'm single because I have high expectations for my partner. Not physical wise, but how they treat me, So in my head, I'm like, yeah, uh-oh. So I'm, so just jokingly, I said, like, why are you talking to me? I'm not special. LOL, okay. I mean, everybody wants to be treated nicely. Of course, they deserve that. You deserve that. She's like, thanks. I spent the last couple of years single, really working on myself and learning to love myself. Listen, I've been loving myself for years. It's gotten me nowhere, but, I'm like, yeah, good. My pleasure. I'm a plus size woman, and for much of my life, I allow men to treat me as if I was dispensable. I know my worth now. That's good. I mean, that's, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, for the most part, I mean, listen, I'm not saying you won't find, models online or whatever, but, it's kind of a cheat code. It's like, I'm guilty of this too. You're a couple pounds overweight. Let's try the online thing, I get it, testing the waters. I understand. It's all good, and she says she's got kids there, but yeah, whatever. It's, she seems like a pretty decent person, whatever. And she says, are you looking for a date or a relationship? Do you have children? And I said, I'm eventually looking for a relationship. It takes time, whatever. I'd like to go on a first date first, see where it goes, possibly, and then as a joke, I said, I don't have kids. I'm happy, I'm free, whatever. And she's like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. You probably shouldn't date someone with children. And I go, why? In my head, I'm like, I've done it before, I'm still here. It didn't work out, but whatever. Things happen. It's all good. And I'm like, why? You don't like kids? Or, I'm like, she's got kids. Like, what does she care? You said you don't have kids, you're happy. And I told her, I'm like, it's a joke, dear. LOL, relax, and I'm like, you didn't even answer my question, And she's like, what question? And I always hate when people do that. Like, they ask a bunch of questions, you answer them, you ask one simple question, and they just completely walk over it. And it's crazy, man. It's a very simple process. She's like, you're very sarcastic. I didn't think it was a joke. No shit. I imagine your bluff face is a good one, which I don't know what that means. I know what a bluff face is. I think I'm pretty straightforward. I think it's pretty obvious at this point. I'm in the middle of cooking and entertaining my 4-year-old. Okay, I didn't know that. What? And that's another thing too. Like, listen, we're just texting. I mean, you could be, I don't know, in the middle of a power plant, dealing with plutonium. Or I don't know, in this day and age, dealing coke. I have no idea. I don't know. So you don't have to tell me you're doing all this shit. It's cool. I get it. And then she's like, well, have a great night, And it sounded kind of condescendingly, with the dots after. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's your problem? Whatever. And then I even said, like even after she tried to blow me off, whatever. I'm like, and she's like, you seem to be quite aggressive. No one has been condescending to you. You are verbally abusive. Oh boy, call the police on that one. If you call the police in Toronto, forget it. Get ready to wait. I'm not going to get you anywhere. I said have a good night because I don't care to argue with a stranger. Okay, but then she keeps going and responding after that, right? So, I just don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, all I'm trying to say is, ladies and gentlemen, is just be straightforward, please. My God. Again, I don't know how many kids you're juggling in your hand. I mean, I don't really care. I'm being honest. Do what you got to do in life, but just, I hate when people say goodbye and then you call them on their shit and then they still talk. So really, it's not a goodbye. It's almost like they got to have the last word, and then you hiccup, and then the whole conversation hiccups. The point is, just get to the point. Let me know what's going on, and that's it. But little things like that, just, I don't know, they're turnoffs, man. You know what I mean? And just get to the point. You want someone you can control or whatever, just go for it. I don't know. Whatever. Throw a rock downtown. I'm sure you're gonna hit some Malaka. Whatever. But it's not here. I just hate it when people do that. And someone asks a question, just answer it. That's it. It's that simple. Or if you don't feel like answering it, say you don't want to answer it. That's it. It's that simple. Am I asking for too much? What have I done to deserve such a disrespect? You don't even invite me over for a cup of coffee. I don't, None of that second cup shit. I hate second cup. It is horrible, horrible coffee. But the point is, just get to the point. Let me know what you want. And, I tell this to every woman out there, okay? I'm not representing men out here, but I'm just being honest. We are not mind readers, okay? In the end, we are the more stupider ones, okay? I'll admit that. I mean, if guys don't want to give in to that, they're stupid. But I'm telling you, like, think of us like a blank page. We don't know anything until you fill it in, okay? So let us know, and, that's it. It's that simple. We're simple. It's that simple. Now, sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're probably all guilty of this. Sometimes, I don't know. Let's be honest. Sometimes you talk to a few people online, you build up some numbers, and you lose track. It didn't happen here in my case. I've probably done that before, but in this case, I gave this woman my number. I think we had a good little conversation going so far, and she messages me, hey, what's going on? It's me, I message her back, and then, I don't know, not much really happens for the rest of the day, except before I go to bed, I just, send her a text saying, one day, LOL, social, whatever, and And then I still didn't say anything. So I sent her a simple picture of my beautiful self. And, you know, here I am, I'm here. That's it. This is me. So, but yeah, she goes, oh, I never gave you my number. Who's this? Blah, 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 and it's weird because like she messaged me first, she said, hi, it's me. So, I got proof right there. I send her the screenshot. I mean, I'm not making this shit up. I'm not losing it yet. So I'm like, just, there you go, and she's like, calm down and take a breath. Are you okay? I was meaning that in a good way. Calm down, she's like, good luck though. And I'm like, the fuck? I didn't do anything. I'm just telling you, this is, this is you, I don't know. She's like, I don't know. Ironically, like she's the one freaking out and she's telling me to calm down, it's like, dude, relax. And, I'm like, this is crazy. And what's weird is I checked the number and it's a weird area code I don't recognize. So maybe I'm just assuming it's a scam at this point. Maybe she can't keep track of the scams, whatever, and, I'm kind of jokingly, I said, like what area code is this and whatever. And, and then, of course it goes, down south from there. And, we start arguing a bit and, whatever. And, yeah, it just, it doesn't go well. Let's just say that. And, but then I start getting random messages from other numbers. Yeah, like a few of them, same area code, and I don't know, one of them said, you're such a loser, Jesus Christ, which I'm not sure if like this person is actually, looking for Jesus Christ. And maybe, I don't know, maybe this person's an atheist. I don't know. Or maybe she was referring to me. I have no idea. You can talk a woman, but not her son. Great one, pussy. And there's a 2-face emojis of crying. So, I don't know, whatever area code this is, they must get great meth. This person's all over the place. I mean, this could be like a family member doing this to me, or, somebody she knows. Who knows? Maybe it's maybe her husband woke up and saw her phone. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, it's crazy. And even the guy's like, call the cops. I dare you. I'm assuming it's a guy. I have no idea. I mean, it could be a crazy lesbian lover. I have no idea what's going on, but it's crazy. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you can, fight your own battles online, and on top of that, if you're involved in a fight that really doesn't exist, again, I never met this person. I definitely don't want to meet her now. It's she got other people involved. It's just weird, man. I don't know. So, clearly something has happened to her in her past before that's, made her very hysterical. And, but I don't know. I don't think I'm a loser. And, I don't think you should use Jesus Christ's name in vain. I mean, I'm not the most religious person in the world, but, I don't think he did anything to you, but, I think God is pretty awesome. But, point is, shame on you. And, all I'm trying to say is fight your own battles. That's all. Don't, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I felt like I was, in the middle of a Jerry Springer fight. But, yeah, my God. There's I don't think there's much to do in this area code, but, but just fight people. But again, fight your own battles and just move on. It's just not worth it. Okay? Jesus is just all right with me. Oh. This other woman, well, speaking of Jesus Christ, I think she was Spanish. And, I think things were going pretty well, but she seems to, I don't know. See, again, if someone doesn't speak English and you speak English, it's going to be hard to translate a decent conversation, I mean, at one point we were just talking about food, which, if anybody knows me, that's all right with me. But, I mean, it's got to be more beyond that, you know, but, yeah, it just, I don't know, it just never really worked between us here, but yeah, it just, then I think at one point we tried to get together, we couldn't, and like it's weird because like again, when you like call somebody out on something, that's when they will call you. It's weird. Like I always tried to call her. She was never around. She was always busy or working or siesta. And finally, I just say, look, I don't think this is working, whatever. And, she gets mad at me. I get mad at her before, and she doesn't want to continue. I don't blame her. I can't understand half the things she's saying. But then she starts calling me, why do you act like this? Why do you do this? Why do you think I'm Spanish? I'm not Spanish. I'm like, your accent says otherwise. But the point is, yeah, it's just weird. Like I couldn't get her on the phone for a good reason. Now I got her on the phone for a bad reason. You know what I mean? And all I'm trying to say here is, folks, why? Why are we doing this? Why are we wasting each other's time? Okay, if you don't get along with someone, just cut it off. I mean, if you want to have the last word, people are. I mean, that's why I think a lot of people do the whole online dating thing is because they can't function in real life. So, I know they think they can control people online, but it's just even worse because then you meet other people that are like you, and I'm not saying I'm that controlling type. I want you to do whatever you got to do. I mean I don't have kids for a reason. I don't need one that's a full grown one. Especially one that's my age and doesn't speak English. But the point is, okay. The point is, if you want the last word, have it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? There's no reason to call me, and there's a lot of swear words in Spanish or Mexican or whatever the fuck she was saying that I gotta learn. But the point is, just let it go, man. Let it go. And of course, I'm gonna try to say the last word too, because I'm stupid too. But the point is, just try to. Some things just don't mesh. You know what I mean? So, I do like a good Spanish woman or Mexican or whatever she was. But it's hard. But again, speaking English, each of us speaking the proper language really does help. I'm just saying. So all I'm trying to say is, if you meet somebody, try to meet someone that speaks the same language. That's that I find is really key. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it doesn't work out with Spanish women or any other women, but sometimes you meet somebody and you kind of have a good little connection, but then you wonder what their intentions are. But you're like, you know what, let's just go through with it. Why not? I invested enough time here. I hate myself a little still. I might as well just go through with this. So I talked to this one woman, she seems really nice. She didn't live in Toronto, but she wanted to come all the way down here and see me. I'm like, sure, why not? Let's do it, She sent me pictures, she looks nice. In pictures, though, she looks really confused. So I'm trying to skip that. She sends me a picture of her dressed as Medusa, which really should have, it was almost like a metaphor. But for those of you who don't know what Medusa is a Greek mythology character. I mean, if you ask people in my family, I mean, all these characters are actually real at one point. But she looks at you, and if you look at her dead in her eyes, you turn into stone. So is that a metaphor for things to come, or I don't know. I mean, I've gone stoned with women. Women have thrown, things at me, like it's a stone, because I say the wrong thing, and I'm like, shit, I'm sorry. But the point is, I thought she looked good, man. But the point is, I had a good little thing going here, and she sends me a sexy picture in her robe, and She seemed a little out of it. I mean, I don't know. I was just making a joke saying that she, kind of looks like. Actually, now I think about it, this didn't sound good. But I wasn't saying she looked like a cow, but like the robe was white and black, and it looked like spots from a cow, like almost like grayish. And I even told her that there's cows that are gray, and she didn't believe me. She's never seen a gray cow, and like where she's from, I think it's pretty obvious you probably did. But I had to send her a picture of a gray cow, and oh wow, this is crazy. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? And we're like, let's do this. Let's make this happen. And then at one point, even before that, she sent me pictures of her miserable at Walmart, and I've never been miserable at Walmart. I'm not gonna lie. Until I hit the line. Until I hit the line. That is the big problem with Walmart, ladies and gentlemen. It is like I don't do that self-checkout shit. I've done that a few times, but I feel I should be getting a salary for doing that. I'm just one of those people. I'll wait a little extra in line to, actually for someone to actually do their job. Call me old-fashioned, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I know she was implying to like I had to like maybe give her money or something for Walmart, and like who does that? She took a picture of her like leaning over, the Walmart cart all miserable, and I'm just like, fuck it, already. I might as well just go for it at this point. And yeah, so I'm trying to plan out the date here. I told her I worked the night before, so I might wake up late, in the afternoon or early or whatever. I'll text her when I get up, whatever. She said afternoon, evening. I'm like, okay, that's perfect. So, worst case, evening. It doesn't matter. I'll wake up way before that anyway. So then, I text her the next day there, and she texted me at like, I don't know, 1:30ish, she was busy, whatever. How was your night? And at 3 p.m., when I was just texting her, whatever, I said same, and then she just completely disappeared on me, and I'm like, what's going on? Is she gonna text me back or whatever? And I got nothing. So, I'm like, well, I even called her at one point, what's going on? And she said, truth be told, you lost me when you couldn't I think she meant to say make, converter palms. We narrowed it. I'm almost positive what she's trying to say is like, she got turned off when I couldn't make concrete plans. I think that's what she's trying to say. I'm pretty sure, but it was just weird, man. I don't know. Like, she just completely disappeared. So, I mean, this could have been a scam. I have no idea. Who knows? I mean, maybe she's getting me to, buy her some, I don't know, groceries or some shit. But, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, she corrected herself later on. Make concrete plans, but it's still a lot of words could have used improvement there. But the point is, I mean, if you make plans with someone, don't just disappear. If you're not interested, say you're not interested. I get that. It's cool. I am not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. Maybe she woke up the next day and got her vision back. I don't know. But the point is, just say, you're not interested anymore. That's all. That's it. That's it. That's it. Stop teasing guys with cleavage pictures. You know what you're doing. Stop it. Stop it. You pay for your own groceries. Stop it. Stop it. Cows can be gray. I know it's crazy. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I know groceries are expensive, but stop it. Okay? You got kids. You got to feed them. You got to do what you got to do. Turn some other guy into stone and, pick his wallet. Stop it. Okay? Please. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to stop depending on other people online to, take care of us and pay for our shit and tell us our shitty costumes are good. The point is just, we got to man up, woman up, just be our own selves in life. Okay. A lot of scams out there. You got to be careful, work hard, play hard, be careful when you're doing the whole online dating thing. And most importantly, pay for your own shit. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another exciting and full of grocery episode of Computer Love, Part 28.
Mine's bigger than that.
I beg your pardon? Oh, my cucumber. It's bigger. Vegetables can be really sensuous, don't you think?
No. Vegetables are sensual. People are sensuous.
Right, sensual. That's what I meant. But by the way, my name is Eric Stratton. They call me Otter.
My name's Marion. They call me Mrs. Wormer.
Oh, we have a Dean Wormer at favorite.
What a coincidence. I have a husband named Dean Wormer at favorite. You still want to show me your cucumber?